It's 4 a.m. and while the rest of the world is still sleeping, I already won. For the last 4 years, I've been using a secret weapon. It's not new ad strategy or some magic. It's a 5-hour window of ruthless distraction-free deep work. I just moved my wake-up time from 5 a.m. to 4 a.m. and it changed everything. So if you feel like you are working all day but you get no results in business or life, you don't have a time problem. You have a focus problem. Today I'm showing you the exact protocol that I use to finish my workday by 10 a.m. and how this habit was a reason why I was able to generate over $30,000 for a client of mine within 24 hours. Most people begin their day completely wrong, okay? They usually check phone first thing in the morning, they wake up whenever they want to, they don't have a strict routine when it comes to their mornings, and then maybe they kind of get to the PC, they check Slack, they check WhatsApp, they check what other clients have messaged them, they do some shallow stuff like emailing and stuff like that, and then they wonder why I have no results, right? At 4 a.m. the world is silent, there are no notifications, there is nothing that is bothering your mind to work. So this is why I love waking up at 4 a.m. because my brain is literally at 100% power. I call this period the deep work, right? And it's inspired from the book called Deep Work by Cal Newport. I would suggest you to read this if you want to get more deep into this. I've done this consistently for over 1400 days and I realized that 5 hours of focused work before breakfast is worth more than 12 hours of shallow work, basically. So people that say, oh, I would love to work 12 hours per day. Well, sure, but your output will be definitely, and I mean definitely smaller than somebody that is in a complete focus, in a flow state for 5 hours. Like I can guarantee you that the person that will be working only 5 hours will be finishing every single thing that you were supposed to do in those 12 hours because you're distracted. So here is exactly how I prime my brain for this work, which is very important. Firstly, when I wake up, I do my morning routine. It's very simple. I don't want you to do some crazy like 2-kilometer run or something like that. That's kind of useless. I want you to do a cold shower right away when you wake up. And people might say, oh, but it doesn't boost anything and it's just like wasting your willpower and whatever. No, it doesn't, okay? It just wakes you up perfectly. And if you're waking like I do at 4, it's very important that you're awake. So literally just sprint into the cold shower. Firstly, pour as much water as possible onto your head so it kind of gets accumulated to that cold, so it kind of wakes you up because you have receptors here that are literally waking you up once you put cold water onto them. Also wrists and also I think armpits, something like that. So if you do these 3 areas for like at least 10 to 15 seconds, you will be awakened like never before, okay? And it's important because if you want your deep work to be very high quality, you need your cortisol to be raised, okay? And if you think right now like, why would I raise my cortisol? Well, it's because if you raise your cortisol in the morning, first thing in the morning, your entire day will be way more mellow and chill afterwards, okay? That's how cortisol works. If you don't know anything about cortisol, go ahead and watch Andrew Huberman. So obviously, I do my hygiene afterwards and my teeth and stuff like that, right? But afterwards, I usually meditate. And not usually, I meditate every single day, but I meditate for 20 minutes and I use something called Medito. It's an application that's completely free. I'm not affiliated, but they have mindfulness meditations that I really like, that I really enjoy. I would suggest you to use them as well. So this basically clears the fog and the negative like thoughts and stuff like that, and I'm kind of focused on the present moment. Then I journal, gratitude journal usually, right? So I write down what I'm grateful for that day, 5 things at least, and then I write something that is called Champions Journal. It's from my friend and it's actually pretty good advice and pretty good style of journaling. You just write down every single day 2 things that you've done in the past that should raise your confidence, okay? And then you read all of them in one sitting, okay? It's gonna take you like 5 minutes, so do it. It's very, very good for your confidence. Anyways, so this is my morning routine, right? The cold shower, the meditation, the gratitude journal, and the champion journal. Last step to my morning routine is that I fast. I don't eat anything, okay? Because if you're hungry, you'll be hungry for results. I know it sounds crazy and stuff, but whenever I'm hungry, I have way bigger output, I have way bigger focus, and it's obvious because you don't have to digest food, right? So when you're fasting in the morning, it's one of the best things you can do for your focus. The secret to waking up at 4 a.m. is having a basically plan that you can execute on every single day when you wake up. So what I do the day prior, this is super crucial. If you don't do this, your deep works will be shallow. They won't have as much impact on your life as you think they will. Every single day when you're winding down for sleep, I want you to write down at least 5 things that you want to do the next day, okay? I can actually show you, wait. I do it like this. I have it on my flip chart, right? And this works very, very well for me. Okay, I just basically write down the things that I want to do the next day, and I just completely ruthlessly execute on them. Okay, so every single day before I go to sleep, I write down my goals for the next day. It's very crucial. And then in the morning, I know exactly what I have to do. I don't have to think about it, and I just have to execute. And if you want a pro tip, I would say that starting the deep work with the hardest task for the day is probably the best thing you can do. And you need to find something that puts you into flow state. Okay, that could be writing, that could be making content, that could be anything. But find that task and try to do it as much as possible, and try to align your work with it as much as possible. So by the time that normal people have their first morning coffee, I literally worked for 5 hours straight, right? And this was my secret to basically building huge results for my clients and stuff like that. I just basically woke up at 4, done my morning routine, and just started client delivery ASAP, right? And I had funnel done within like 1-2 days. We were able to then launch it and then make a lot of money from it. I also don't caffeinate, but that's probably like your thing if you want to caffeinate or not. I've been on caffeine detox for like 3 months right now, and it really helped me. So if you want to consider that, if I were you, I would consider it, but because you don't need caffeine for working better, you just need to better sleep, honestly. So this was literally my protocol for the last 4 years when I was dropping out of high school up until now, when I literally moved into my first ever house. Okay, so if you want the exact templates and systems that I used with my clients to get them to $30,000 days, basically, I'm going to be building a free community called Funnel Hub, where I'll be sharing every single template, every single resource, every single thing that you can think of that you need when you're building funnels and systems for your business to actually get more clients and be more fulfilled. So if you want to be part of it, click the link down below. There is going to be like a Google form link that you can click, and you can apply for a waiting list, and I'm going to be picking up few people from this waiting list. I'm not going to pick up everybody because I want people that only care about results. And if you fill it up, you will have a higher chance of joining this community. Okay, first of all, it's not going to be free forever, and second of all, as I said, I want only people that care about results. So if you're a coach, consultant, or instructor and you want to get your funnel game into basically higher levels, join the link down below, and I'm going to see you in the Funnel Hub. It's going to be launching at spring, and it's going to be very valuable. Also, I'm going to be picking up 10 random people, and I'm going to be giving them huge rewards. So yeah, that's it. That's it for this video. If you found this valuable, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye.